Hey everybody, this is Sue Warren, aka My Life on Wheels. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Last time, and I know it's been a while, you know how life goes. Anyway, last time we were talking about character creation, personalities, what drives your character basically. Now we're going to talk more on appearance. A lot of, especially new writers or new role players, will stick to what they know, which is basically humanoid. Which is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is completely and utterly fine. But for those who want a bit more, or who are, who have done, some writing or some role playing, but want to kind of expand, this is what we're going to be talking about today. And I apologize, I know this video's quality is not the greatest. I'm still learning editing and all that jazz. Excuse me. Really, it's up to you. What do you want your characters, the society they live in, what do you want them to look like? Do you want them to be humanoid, non-humanoid, have multiple eyes, have just one eye, two eyes, what kind of hair, skin texture, skin tone? Does the character have more than one head, or just one head? Really, this is kind of one of those open-ended areas, I think, or at least in my opinion, to where your character creations are, anything you want. You don't have to stick to a certain set of, oh, well, I want XYZ, but instead I encourage you to look at, okay, why don't we go, instead of XYZ for my character, why don't we go ABC? And later on, further down the line, and as you build your character, in appearance, do they have tattoos? Do they have religious significance? Do they have personal significance? Were they a mark that they were given that they didn't want? That kind of thing. And also, I think we're going to delve today more into the society structure as well, because, like I said, character creation itself can be pretty open-ended. So I think we're just going to do a 2-in-1 today. Now, for society, does your main characters, do your main characters, live in a higher society that, thinks they are better than everybody else, or are they at the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak? I really don't know how else to phrase that. And have to work their way up? Are they, with the society they live in, do they, get the chance to rise up? Or do they have to learn to make the best of what they've got? Or even, and this goes with what I just said about rising up, or does your society, have a set, oh, well, you were born at this level down here, so you can't come up here at all. It's not heard of. But yet, something in your story arc makes it to where they can come up and be equal, or as close to equal as possible, with your higher society characters. Excuse me. Now, with your society, is it matriarchal, is it patriarchal, is it a democracy, is it how do I want to put this, is it run by a dictator? Is there really no formal sort of government structure that runs your people's society? This, requires a tad bit more thought, as because you have things like, okay, the tiers of the society, basically, bottom up or up to bottom, however you want to describe that. Plus, you also have, if you do have those multiple tiers, or some people call them castes, you know, how does each caste interact with one another? Are there some who think they're better than others? Let's see. Is there all-encompassing religion or spiritual belief that's, not technically what some would classify as religion? Or do some hold, this belief over this group's belief? Really, this part of creating a story, creating a role play, does take a lot more thought, because you're not just going to sit there, stare at a piece of paper or on a computer screen, for example, and say, oh, I know what I'm going to do. No, 10 to 1, you're going to start writing, and then you're going to be like, I wonder, I have this in mind, but what if this would be a better fit? Like, say, for example, I want to write a story about somebody, who doesn't like, the way things are run. Well, they have this idea to basically overthrow the people in charge. Well, through their journey, they can learn that maybe a forceful approach isn't the best idea, but more of a, get people on their side, persuade people, build more of a democratic type of a tier to change things rather than just flat out military takeover. That's one example. Another thing you have to think about with a building society or societies, if you're going for a multi book or multi-session campaign, is, do the societies you are creating get along? Is there tension between the two? And if so, why? What is the tension involved? Let's see. Who are the people who, if there are, tensions, what started it? Can it be resolved quickly? Did it start in the middle of what you're creating? Did it start before you even started your creation? That kind of thing. So that's something, to kind of build on. If you want to start, your very first project, whether a role play game or, writing, and you want to start, in the middle of, this group doesn't get along with this group. It's not a bad idea, once you've done some more fleshing out of your story, to go back and write a prequel. Write what, started it, once you figure that out. Give the readers, give your players something that is tangible, that gets them to say, oh, so this is the cause of this. Is it going to be able to be resolved later? Or if you're doing a roleplay game, such as running a D&D session, for example, can the players in that resolve that age-old problem within the campaign? So that's something I want you guys to think about this time. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed. I will see you next time. If you like what you see and you're new, please hit the subscribe button and the like. Leave your comments below on how I can improve on either past videos or this video, or what you'd like to see in videos in the future, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.